We don't play the social game. We are social. Power 98.5. You're listening to Power 98.5, powered by United Angels Dream, your #1 resource for public relations, entertainment, and multimedia. Contact them today at unitedangelsdream.com.
Hi, this is Dan Aykroyd. He's progressive. He's beautiful. He's thoughtful. He's intelligent. He's powerful. He's positive. He is Steven Cuoco on Power 98.5 Satellite Radio.
What up, y'all? It's Michael Thomas White, singer-songwriter. Be sure to check out my live interview with Steven Cuoco at Power 98.5.
Empowering listeners from the US to the UK. Live on air with Steven Cuoco.
You heard it. Did you guys watch the video? Chris, I know that we're still getting compliments. The DMs blew up. I mean, especially the women. I saw, big shout out to Marcos Papadatos for introducing me and hooking, putting us together for Michael Thomas White. He's a model. He's a singer. He just came out with a new hit single, Red Light. And damn, he looks like someone that is on Days of Our Lives or, maybe something on a sitcom with Sarah Jessica Parker. Like he does, doesn't he? He looks like I'm going to say a soap opera star, somebody that you would see, maybe even in a Tyler Perry show, The Have and Have Nots. I mean, I'm impressed by that. I asked him, I was like, how the heck did you put that together? The backdrop's perfect, the suit, the shirt. Thank you to everyone, who's joining us today. We were supposed to be on at 10 a.m. Pacific. However, an emergency came up. Michael has been very kind. We're going to be having, on now for the live interview, and it will re-air. I'm looking at having this show re-air tomorrow, which is Thursday. So whether it be on the app or on power985.com, definitely check the schedule. On Power 98.5, you go to live music. The schedule should be at the bottom. Also, I believe it should be at the bottom on the homepage. Either way, just check the schedule for your time zone for when this is going to re-air. Marcos, I'm already going to say it. Whether you're listening now or you're going to be listening later, thank you for this. And I did vote for you. And I hope you win this year's award as being the power journalist, not only in New York, but also abroad and international. Once again, Michael Thomas, singer, songwriter, and model, is going to be chatting about Red Light. It released on September 29th. And here's what Michael said. I'm most excited about this song and its music video. Red Light, I really believe in this tune. The song is autobiographical. Jersey twist there. It started with the romance that began on the internet, like most relationships do these days. We would drive around in California and we would make out at red lights. I just wanted to capture that song, or I just wanted to capture that in a song. And Marcos had quoted that he said that in a sweet laugh. Michael, are you still driving around kissing in front of red lights?
Hi, Steven. Thank you so much for having me on Power 98.5. It's been a minute since I was kissing at a red light.
It really is a great moment that I can see turning into something, not just it being a song, but something that can be, as you said, an autobiographical, turning into like a little 20-minute mini film or something.
I would love that. Yeah, absolutely. It was so much fun going out there. And I love California and driving along that coast with a beautiful girl. It really doesn't get much better than that for me.
Inspiration, music. Obviously, once again, you're known for being a model, an actor. Your photos are incredible. And I got to ask, what are you, 20 what?
27.
You look a lot younger. Wow.
Thank you.
Even in a video, it's like there's though, you could pass at least for 23, 24. You could borderline even, I think in like maybe something in TV and film, you could definitely pass as a senior in high school.
Thank you. Yeah, it's taking good care of myself. And I guess lucky with some good genetics.
What is your background, if I may ask?
I think I'm British.
Are you?
And I know I'm Northern European.
Okay. Well, you've got all the right stats. Like I can see you arm to arm as friends with Gwyneth Paltrow, Lisa Vanderpump, Paris Hilton. Like I can just see you in those circles with women like that.
That would be a lot of fun.
What's next for you? I mean, obviously, are you happy, extremely excited, not only for the turnout of your new hit single, but what's in store? Is the video released yet? I didn't get any information on that. Do you have the video, or when is the video going to debut?
Yeah, the video came out last Friday. It was a ton of fun to make. I rented a vintage Ford Mustang and drove around Manhattan. I hired a beautiful model to accompany it as well, Olivia Garvin, shout out. And then worked with an amazing director, David Lyle, who's a film student at NYU, who shot it from the back seat of the car. And we just had like a really awesome day driving around Manhattan and, going across the Brooklyn Bridge and just a lot of iconic spots in New York and a really fun day driving with the top down.
Are you ever transitioning out of New York, or do you feel that New York is really serving you well and giving you what you need as a music artist out there, including, booking any shows around the local area?
Yeah, I love New York City as a musician who's new to the scene. I think there are incredible musicians here that I can partner with. Berkeley has a campus now in New York City. So when it came to the recording of Red Light and my last song, It Ain't Love If It Ain't You, we actually used Berkeley's Power Studio in Manhattan, which is the super fancy, iconic studio where so many of my musical heroes have recorded some of their best work. So I think it's great for someone starting off like me. And I can do, like you said, I model as well. So there's a lot of modeling opportunities here. And what I love is, as much as I love kissing at a red light and being in a car, I am able to get around New York City quite quickly, just sort of running from one opportunity to the next.
Yeah, I'm reading here the actual recording took place at Power Station at Berkeley, New York City, which is an iconic recording studio where the Rolling Stones and Bon Jovi recorded. Anything out of New Jersey or New York, and as you know, I am from New Jersey, it really touches my heart and my soul and makes me feel proud, especially the fact that you're staying in New York, you're building your career out there. You're doing incredible things in the industry, especially from the private conversation we had. I'm extremely impressed by you, and a fact to where you're not just running to LA or leaving, to other states or running away from yourself. You're really finding the beauty, especially after the pandemic changed so many things about New York and its atmosphere, is you're still looking at the city as being a hub for expression. Absolutely. Yeah, I'm here to stay. I'm here to fight it out. Obviously, New York City is difficult to, live in. That's why they say if you can make it here, you can make it everywhere. I think that's really true, and it's tested me, but I think I'm, crossing that line where now everything's a little bit easier and a lot more exciting. You had stated, due to the digital age, it has never been easier to be an artist. It is beautiful. I know for a fact that I wouldn't have been able to do this 10 years ago. I would have been so unfulfilled in life. Why would you say that? What was going on between 10 years ago to now? I guess I was on a trajectory to have a corporate career, and that would be exclusively what I did. So I'd be like an investment banker or consultant, and that just
as interesting as that work can be sometimes, I don't get a lot of joy from it. So for me, performing and entertaining is the highest level of enjoyment that I've ever experienced. So I think now with music, I mean, that's how I've been able to connect with producers to make songs. That's how I taught myself to sing, was, going to YouTube videos. And that's even how I found my singing coach, or just how I connect with people. And yeah, I really think it's never been easier to be an artist. Of course, there's more competition than ever. It's crazy the amount of songs that get uploaded every day. But if you can kind of break through that noise and start to build a following of people who are interested in what you're putting out and want to listen, then you've really got something special.
I appreciate, I'm watching your TikTok video. My team pulled it up. Mom, I'm going to be on the radio. Is this your first official live radio interview?
Yes, it is.
It is? Oh, my God. This is special. I appreciate that. It says, check out my live interview with Steven Cuoco at Power 98.5 to talk about my new song, Red Light. I'm going to honestly say I'm truly grateful to you. As I shared with you before we went live, it was a bit of a crazy morning, and got this video up of you right now and watching this. This means a lot to me, of how you take yourself seriously, how you find the joy in living life. Even in this moment, and just seeing this, it brought so much joy to me to have this moment with you, and to be doing this interview with you. And it's why, someone like you is why I'm doing this. I'm not doing this, for money, or trying to do, pay to play or scheme scams. I reached a point in my career, Michael, when I realized that there needed to be more of a difference and an impact as a leader, to be able to help recognize and to bring awareness and understanding and hope to professionals like yourself, that there are people out here that are willing to support you without taking advantage, without requiring you to pay for it. And I really hope that you know that you always have a home here. You always will have a support system through me and Power 98.5. And I hope you remember that. And if your mom, I do see here, Martha Starr, she said, what time? That was 4 minutes. She actually posted that 4 minutes ago on your TikTok. So if your mom's not able to tune in live now, we hope she does when we re-air this.
Absolutely. I'll share it with her. Shout out Martha Starr. That's a great TikTok follow. And that's so beautiful what you said, Steven, because there are so many, I would say, people and groups that are looking to take advantage of, young artists who are, let's say they're naive. You've never done this before, and everybody wants to have a hit song and have the chance to be on the radio that's making music. So I just feel so blessed and lucky to be here today. And yes, I'm forever grateful. And anytime I can ever do an interview at Power 98.5, please pencil me in.
Anytime. And here's the thing. If an emergency comes up, it better not be during when we are going to be going live with you, because that is it's a big no. Because you're too hyped and excited, and so am I. And it's like, oh no. But thank you for being gracious and letting me know, to take my time, and I appreciate the support you offered today.
Oh, absolutely. We all have those just things that come up out of nowhere, and they have to be addressed right away because they're urgent. So I totally understand.
What we're going to do, and I hope we shouldn't get any feedback because you sound real good. If we can do it, because we've got the video up, I want to see the video. I want to go ahead, and for you, what I like to do is to support you guys and to play the song live. I love being number one, and if not first. I have a Veruca Salt attitude. I want it, and I want it now, and I want to be first. I have no problem saying that. It's sometimes fun being first because, I'm sure being in a music industry, it's okay being in the back of the line, but sometimes the view isn't so pretty being in back of the line. So having front row is a really good gift to have from time to time.
Yes, sir. First mover advantage.
So what we're going to do, and it should work, right? All right. We're going to go ahead. I'm going to be watching this video. You lived this video, so you're going to know what I'm watching.
Absolutely.
Red light. Okay. Red Light by Michael Thomas White, live for the first time on satellite radio on Power 98.5.
I remember the night that I met you. One look in your eyes and I already knew. Late night drives, feeling something new. You got me kissing at a red light, looking for a stop sign. Slow down time. I'd go anywhere with you. Pacific Highway, Pacific Moon. If we had it my way, you know it's true. If we had it my way, I'd be there with you. Kissing at a red light, looking for a stop sign. Anything to slow down time. I'd go anywhere with you. Kissing at a red light, looking for a stop sign. Anything to slow down time. I'd go anywhere with you. And it's so long, so long, so long to me. And it's so long, so long, so long to me. Kissing out a red light, looking for a stop sign. Slow down time. I'd go anywhere with you. Kissing out a red light, looking for a stop sign. Anything to slow down time. I'd go anywhere with you. Kissing out a red light, looking for a stop sign.
The video is very well done. And you know what it did? Is it brought back this feeling and vibe. You reminded me of John Travolta from the days of Grease. Grease Lightning is what I felt from this video.
Yes. That's what I was going for.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Total John Travolta vibes. Seriously, very well done. Let your videographer know. Very well done. Total John Travolta, Grease Lightning, Olivia Newton-John. I love it. Love it, love it, love it.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Just to add into this, we've got Kathy. She wants to know, where can she see your modeling work? That's going to be my next question. So thank you, Kathy, for that. Where have we seen you? Where should we see you? Where do you want to be seen?
That's a good question. Yeah, because I don't know if I've posted much of the work I've done to my Instagram. Some of the exciting projects have been like magazines and catalogs. Joanne's Fabrics was one of them. Simplicity magazine was another. The one that got the most attention was when you go into Party City and you see the Halloween costumes coming up that time of year. I was 2 or 3 of the costumes last year.
Oh wow!
So it was my face on, like, you could buy a mullet wig. I've joked with people that, like, I'll sign their mullet wig posters. So that's where you've seen me so far. I also work with a famous photographer. His name's Dwayne Michaels. He's 93 now. And we've done a lot of projects together, and they'll be submitted for film festivals this year. I've been told they're being received well. And where would I like to be? I would like, for me, the highest level of modeling would be, like, I've always wanted to be a Calvin Klein model. I just think that'd be cool. A nice credential to have. So that would be where I set my targets.
Kathy, I'm going to answer this question, and Alyssa, yes. She said, isn't he from Ohio? And I looked this up thanks to my assistant. Columbus, Ohio. Excuse, let me get prepared, Alyssa. Columbus, Ohio raised, now Brooklyn based. You're a Midwestern.
Yeah, I am. Small town. And I also moved, so I'm no longer in Brooklyn. I'm in Manhattan. But
right. Okay.
That was true. I just moved. I grew up in, like, a small college town called Granville, maybe like 8,000 people, and played all sorts of sports growing up and was on the varsity basketball team. I guess I was a good student because I was able to go to Northwestern University, where I graduated and studied economics. That's in Chicago. So I really did spend the first 22 years of my life in the Midwest, and I think it serves me well. I think Midwest people are very friendly.
Oh, yeah. You guys are the best. You get along better with East Coast people than you do with someone from California. That's for sure.
That's for sure.
And then Kathy, the Instagram, I'm pulling it up now. It's Michael_Thomas_White. Once again, Michael_Thomas_White is his Instagram. I found your article from Beyond the Stage. Not sure if you remember this. This was published on September 13th, 2022.
Yeah, I remember that.
Do you remember? Okay, so it says, for someone relatively young, I like to go back sometimes because you never know, especially since this is over a year ago. For someone relatively young in their music career, why do you think people should listen to Michael Thomas White? And I like that question. I don't know if I've ever asked that question before. So what's your answer question now over a year later?
I was hoping you were going to tell me what I said first.
All right. No, you go ahead and I'll tell you.
I think I've been fortunate enough to have some amazing life experiences, and I do try to write from the first person because to me that gives a song meaning. I like to think of each song as a time capsule for how I was feeling at that moment. So I've been blessed to travel to about 30 countries, lived abroad extensively, had some amazing girlfriends, and that all kind of comes out into the music. And I've also been able to live sort of the lives that I think, the typical American has lived, where I've worked in corporate jobs. I've also worked in blue collar jobs and really done it all and seen it all, it feels like. So I think I just bring a perspective that's a little different. And also, I don't know too many artists that like graduated from Northwestern, studied econ. So like I am kind of, I think, bringing some uniqueness to the equation. And I love like old stuff, like you were saying, like the John Travolta reference, or like for me, like I'll listen to like John Mayer, Frank Sinatra, the Rolling Stones, the Beatles. Like I just think music used to be better, and I want to bring that back and like have meaning to my lyrics and melodies. And I'd really take my craft seriously, and try to work with the best vocal coach in the city and the world. and I was vocalizing at lunch even, and I really have grinded, I would say, to make this dream a reality.
Your answer over a year ago is, love this question. I don't believe in separating art from artist. And I think as an artist, I can relate a lot to the people listening to my music. I've done their job. I've worked in corporate America. I know what that's like. I've gone to college. I know what that's like. So I feel like for a lot of people listening, especially right now where most of the audience is in major cities in the U.S. like New York, Chicago, L.A., Atlanta, Seattle, Philadelphia, all those kinds of places. I live there, and I've done kind of what they're doing on a day-to-day, so I feel I can relate to my audience a little bit. Big difference from your answer now to then.
Yeah, I like my answer now a little bit more, but I guess it's the same sort of theme of relatability. And I guess too, the audience that I'm, getting to listen to my songs, they're in that younger demographic typically. And so we have a lot in common.
Here's your answer or question from over a year ago. Is there anything in your music that sets you apart from other artists out there?
Oh, okay. I probably reference the production and the talented people I worked with. So I'll stick to that. My first EP, I worked with another Berkeley graduate, Armin Wallenberg, and I lived in Sweden for 6 months. I was so committed to making my first EP. And that was kind of lonely, to be honest with you, but also like kind of beautiful. Like I really got to figure out who I was and what I wanted to do with music. And at that point, I thought I was crazy because I didn't have an audience or any social media presence yet. I just had a dream. And he was so great in like kind of teaching me the ropes of making music. And we put out 4 incredible songs that I'm still super proud of and listen to, like Dancing in the Kitchen, One of a Kind. And then when it came to, I guess, moving to New York City, I was very lucky to team up with a guitar player named Will Marsh, who actually came to a show as a fan with his girlfriend, and then came up to me afterwards and was like, hey, I play guitar. And I was like, well, okay, yeah, I'll check you out. Went to his TikTok page, saw that he was an incredible guitarist, immediately invited him over, and we started writing songs. And so that's how, the next EP came together with I Don't Need You, LA, and Red Light, and It Ain't Love If It Ain't You. And now I'm working with a producer who's in Los Angeles, who's also very talented. We're trying to get a song placed in a movie. And it's kind of a fun concept that we're writing about with materialism and fame, and kind of using my character in the song as kind of a lens for that. So long answer. But I think it's the people that I work with and kind of how much I put into each song. I'll spend months on one song just to make sure every line is sang correctly, and I can stand by every lyric. And I take a lot of pride in my writing.
Here's something back in 2020. I would like to learn a little bit more about this. It says, in March 2020, our founders spent 3 weeks volunteering as English language teachers in Bali, Indonesia. And it's a great photo of you and another teacher and all the students in the background, and are holding up something that looks like in the photo there's like a watch or something on there. Do you remember this?
Yeah.
Tell us more. What happened after that, and are you still part of that now over 3 years later?
Yeah, so I am. I bought a trademark for that company today. So yes, I started a watch company in college. It's called Wallace White. The website is wallacewhiteco.com. And this past year, I got us on Amazon.com, which was really a lot of work, but I am super optimistic that it can be a big success. And we've had some so far. I really like, entrepreneurship, and I wanted to start a business. And when I did with my co-founder, we wanted to be close to the manufacturer. So I made a trip to China when I was 23. And then I lived in Bali, Indonesia for 3 weeks, where I volunteered as an English teacher to students there. And I also taught classes in entrepreneurship to the students. So it was really such a rewarding experience. I got more out of it than the students did for sure. And if anyone gets the opportunity to go to Bali, I highly recommend it. And if you can volunteer there too, it's such a rewarding experience.
For the watches, we got to do a
Yes.
plug-in. I appreciate that. Thank you. Listen, I love when my listeners, they're always listening, okay? Even when we have a time change, they're always listening. So Christoph is asking, where can I purchase a watch, or is this donation only? That's actually a good question. So do they donate and get a watch for free, or do they buy the watch and portions go to teaching and learning? How does this work?
Oh, now you're bringing up a good idea. It's not set up like that yet.
Okay,
but
so how's
be.
it set up?
We have a Shopify site, wallacewhiteco.com, where you can buy the watches, and all of the watches are in a warehouse in Ohio. So it'll get to you in 2 or 3 days, I promise. You'll get a tracking number and all of that. Or you can go on Amazon.com and search Wallace White Digital Retro Sports Watch, and you'll find it that way.
Yeah, because like if someone were to do a donation and it's a substantial donation, I don't know what the cost of your watch is. You don't have to share. We can always leave them in anticipation to go to the site. But yeah, I mean, like take those ideas and go with it and see what you can do, because it could be a win-win to where they're able to see the value in the donations, or however you want to go with that suggestion. And then it really would draw in a good media concept of a call to action to bring more awareness, because what better way to understand, and I don't know if you ever saw the movie Lucy, which is one of my favorite movies with Scarlett Johansson, but I like when they reference that basically, and I may be slightly paraphrasing, that what gives us true value and legitimacy is time.
Yeah.
And what impresses me is there are still people who like to wear watches who don't rely on always checking their phone.
Yeah. Absolutely. You don't need a battery with this watch too. That was intentional. I didn't want it to be like an Apple Watch where you got notifications and it takes you out of this world and brings you into the digital world. I wanted to create a product that allows people kind of the beauty and the simplicity and just being in the moment. So that was why I designed the watch the way I did.
Give me that website again.
wallacewhiteco.com.
wallacewhiteco.com. And thank you, Christoph, for that. I appreciate it. This looks really good. This website is well done. Now, how is it up? No battery, but is it solar? How is it operating?
Excuse me. The battery doesn't need charging. It'll last for, a decade.
Okay. No worries. Hey, at least I'm paying attention, right?
Yeah, right.
The website looks great. So you have distribution out of Ohio?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So we got blue, black, red. It's actually sharp. It looks waterproof.
It is waterproof.
It looks well made. Oh, my God. It's only $20?
Yeah, we got to move some inventory, and then maybe the price will come up. But at this moment in time.
Can you imagine if someone were to say, donate $100 and basically it pays for the watch, and then you got, the rest, like put in some sort of package? I mean, really, how when we think about surfers and people in California and Malibu and even in other countries that may not have power. I mean, come on.
I know. It's going to become more and more of a focus for me over the course of the year.
This is really, and I take it you're running and operating this yourself, or you have other people and part of your team?
I have one co-founder who I met at Northwestern, and we're good friends still, who I work on it with. Shout out Elijah Wallace.
Oh, this is really good. Wallace White makes premium sports watches, waterproof, unisex, fun, and formal. It's simple, easy. It's good brand awareness. I like this.
Thank you so much for letting me talk about it.
Well, yeah, I mean, hey, you never know where a conversation's going to go, but I like it when it's natural because, hey, we don't want to be like, we're not wanting to create an infomercial, and this is not an infomercial, but, like I told you before, when you have a relationship and you're building here and doing what you're doing, things will come out naturally. And I don't even think, did you talk about this with Marcos? I mean, is it in here? I don't think it
really,
is.
No,
No, it's not even in here. Don't worry, Marcos. I got it covered because I know he's listening. This looks good. Both you and Wallace look really great on the About Us section. You guys are very dapper. I like the long hair on you.
Yeah, I'm growing it out again, so I appreciate you saying that.
As a publicist, I recommend it. You look great no matter what, but you can do so much. It looks very Gucci on you. Very, very Gucci. Whether you wear a suit or something, you can do anything with your kind of hair. Anything. Keep it.
Okay, I will.
Christoph, once again, that's WallaceWhiteCo.com. WallaceWhiteCo.com. In case I didn't ask, what's the CO?
The CO.
You got a Wallace White CO.
Oh, like for company. Like,
okay,
yeah, the WallaceWhite.com, that URL was taken.
I actually liked it. You know what it is when they have like a .co? That's kind of like what I'm thinking of. But I'm like, okay, what's that? But it doesn't matter. But this is great. White, red, or kind of looks like a berry, don't you think? Yeah, it looks like a berry. But I like it. Like red or white. It's called brick red. I like that. Dress blue, black, off-white, rose pink, powder blue. I like the powder blue. Amber glow. I kind of like that. Now, I would say I like it. Like I'm starting to go for colors I normally would not pick. I wouldn't say I'm boring. Like normally I would pick the dress blue or I would pick the silver. But what really piques my interest is I am digging the rose pink and I'm digging the powder blue.
Yeah.
And you know what? I have a pair of Dolce & Gabbana shoes that amber glow would look fucking kick-ass with.
And that's what it's all about. Like, I wanted to make a watch that was an accessory piece more than like a statement piece. Like, yeah, if you have a Rolex, great. Like, that's awesome. But like, if you wanted to like do things around color, like you have really cool shoes that you want to highlight, then the watch is a really subtle but fun way to do it.
And for surfers, I can picture surfers wanting the ultramarine green. That's a beautiful color. It looks like a candy color.
Yeah, yeah. I spent just days and days going through different Pantone colors and different iterations with the factory until we landed on 9 colors that we love.
This is brilliant. And $20.
I know. Good price right now.
I was assuming 60, 50,
Yeah, it'll probably get there is my hope. But for now, I mean, that's where it's at.
Are you guys marketing or are you basically doing word of mouth on this? How's this going?
It's word of mouth right now. And so Amazon is sort of a big development for us. And it's been where I've been investing money into paid media on Amazon's site. And that's been successful. So I'm going to continue that and making a couple enhancements to the actual page itself right now. And then I'm going to resume the ads. But I ran them for about 2 months and it went well.
How is it really with Amazon? You have to go through Shopify for all that, right?
They're separate. So Shopify is easier to work with if you're starting a business and want to sell something. But Amazon for e-commerce and for a product, under $100, it's a great environment to be in. Definitely the best. It's over half of the digital economy. So it's difficult to get on, especially with watches, because it's a restricted category. So we had to go through a lot of approval processes to get on there. But now that we're on, I'm super excited.
Okay. You got a good review on here, November 23rd, 2022. Stylish watch that holds up to the rest of any activity. Another 5-star.
I've had them for like 3 years, and they've yet to break on me.
Okay. We're going to call bullshit on this, but we're just going to get, you're the professional. And I'm going to honestly say, if I ever want to do something on Amazon, you said it's easier because I heard Shopify is a pain in the ass to try to do. All right.
Oh yeah, they both are. I guess it's just pick your poison.
But you don't need to worry about coding or nothing with Amazon. They go through, just like HSN or QVC, they go through some type of standardized testing or something to get it approved, and then you do it, right?
Correct.
And then when you place the order on Amazon, it goes to your office out there in Ohio, and then you fulfill it and do whatever? Or does it just go from Amazon? They take care of it. They got the bulk.
It goes to my warehouse in Ohio. I guess the next step would be there's fulfillment by Amazon. So Amazon has their own warehouses. When the day comes we're moving enough inventory, I will shift my distributor. But for now, the order goes in and it goes straight to our warehouse in Ohio.
Okay. It seems like, though, people are loving it. Just in case you go to Amazon, there's 5 stars on this. Someone said that it's ultra dim. Is there a lighting section, just so people know when they get it, what is going to help to make this ease to view it?
Yeah, I know exactly the review you're talking about. I'm working with that customer to get that fixed. There is a backlight button, so there's a button there in the middle. When you click that, it glows in the dark. So that was, I think, what the person who reviewed it is referring to.
Did they not know you had the backlit lighting, or?
Yeah, or I think I actually got the return. 1 in 100 of the watches maybe didn't work or something like that. So we fully refunded the person. It was a shame, but then they left a nasty review.
There's always one, isn't there?
There's always one. Yeah.
I became an international best-selling author, handled my own PR, didn't put any marketing, nothing into it. Got featured on CNN, Fox, all that. Perfect 5-star review. Some ass decided to put and write on my book review, absolute paddlum, which, memory serves me correctly, I believe that means rambling.
Yeah.
The thing of it is it's a book. It's a book about quotes and poems. How is it rambling and paddlum?
It's supposed to ramble, right?
Yeah, exactly. I think some people don't know how to take the toilet paper out of their ass enough so that they can breathe out of all of the holes that are on their body.
I think you're right. Yeah,
I
I looked at this person. They either review everything. I checked their profiles. Everything's 5 or everything's 1. There's no in between. Very bimodal.
This is why someone created that stupid thing by calling people Karen. It's obnoxious, but I mean, seriously, if it's something that belongs, or you feel like it's a Better Business Bureau issue, I can kind of see, but realistically, I've seen issues to where I've bought items off of Amazon, and the complaints on a lot of these products are due to the fact that they did not read the directions. Because I read the directions and I didn't have a problem. I would have known, hey, does this have a backlit light? I would be pressing every button on this watch to know what I'm doing, to know how to use it. It's usually people that are just fucking lazy and they just want something to complain about and cheap. Someone will fuss about $1 more than maybe something that's $500. It don't matter. It looks great. And you know what? This is what I really like for Amazon. That's a little bit different. Let me get back to I'm going to click this here. Let me test it. Okay, so when I do click on thewallacewhiteco.com, your main business website. When I click on there, the photo does enlarge. I like that. You can enlarge it even more. It shows it. I do see here the only thing of it is like the dress blue, small's not available, large isn't. We've got medium. So is the inventory on Wallace White going to be more limited than the inventory on Amazon?
That's a good question. So everything we were planning originally, maybe it'll happen, was to do 3 sizes, a small, medium, large. So I've made all the molds for those, just a matter of placing orders with the manufacturer. For now, we have the medium size watch, and perhaps hopefully in the next year or two, we'll have small and large as well.
What I appreciate on the Amazon, I enjoy the view of the size when you click on the photo and how big it is. What I appreciate even more on the Amazon site is when you click on the photos of the different colors, is it's right there in your face. I like how super large it is, because there's no mistaking of what you're buying at all. I mean, every detail's right there in front of your face, and the different photos of the 4 buttons. And I got to ask, the shield, is that your logo for the watch? Why that shield?
It is. We went back and forth so many times on the logo. It was kind of inspired by some of the sport racing cars that you see. Those logos are some of my favorites, whether it's BMW or Mercedes. And then when it came to the colors itself, I studied abroad in Denmark, and that was one of the coolest experiences. I think it's also maybe the oldest flag still in circulation. So I liked those colors and how timeless it was. So I wanted to incorporate that into the logo.
Okay. Let me see here. All right, we're going to go back. Once again, Christoph, Kathy, Alyssa, any more, and anyone else that's listening, if you got any more questions, I mean, once again, click the bottom right-hand icon on the app or on the website. I'm going to check now. Can you guys pull that other site up? Not the Wallace White, the one with the Q&A, please. I'm checking. Okay. Hold on. All right, awesome. Yes. So if you could collab with anyone, who would it be and why?
Oh, wow. I've gone on the record saying that I would work with a female on a song. I really like the duality of a male and female vocal on one track. Mm-hmm. So I guess Dua Lipa would be awesome. It's good to see what Tate McRae is doing and Olivia Rodrigo are doing. And then how can I not say Taylor Swift? I've been a huge fan of her for as long as I can remember.
Dua Lipa was your answer over a year ago.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. Kind of trying to will this one into existence.
It's like we're doing a game show right now. Do you remember? That's the game.
Do you remember what you said a year ago? At least I'm consistent.
Hey, it's good, but it's good to gauge. I mean, a lot can happen in over a year.
I know. Dua Lipa could go and hear this or read that, and she'd be like, "Wow,
anytime.
Maybe I want to collab." Yeah.
How do you want the audience to feel when listening to your music? I like that question.
Oh, I guess it varies song to song, but I want them to feel like a sense of authenticity beat with the lyrics, and hopefully can transform you and take you to another place, because I think every song, a good song, kind of has that cathartic effect of you feel like you're in that car with me in California, and you're kissing that person that you have a big crush on, or you've been broken up with and now you're spending all your time in a hotel room, traveling the world, and that's your life now. And you can kind of hear in the song that I'm not really like leaving any details out. I'm kind of wearing my heart on my sleeve, if you will.
Here's your answer from over a year ago. Maybe how I thought the other person was feeling about it too. And so to kind of live vicariously through those experiences would probably be where I would hope the music would go.
Okay. Similar.
Yeah. You were talking about dancing in the kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
Did you ever think that was going to happen? You talked about your newest single at the time, Are You Proud of Me? Here's my question. Are you proud of me compared to now? How well do you feel and believe that you've evolved as a music artist personally?
Oh, yeah.
Since then to now.
Night and day. I think back then I could write a good song, and I knew what a good song should sound like. I think I've been working with my vocal coach now in New York for over a year. Started just literally over a year ago. And the improvement that's come from that, because I beforehand didn't have formal training as far as singing goes. I was just playing guitar and listening and, maybe trying to find clips or apps on my phone to teach me to sing. But to really work with a professional whose job it is she works with, a French pop star who's doing a stadium tour. And she's trained with all the best. It was like Sting's coach and worked with Buccelli in Italy. So just to have her in my corner and, I didn't realize all the intricacies that go into singing. And that's what the greats like Sinatra and Elvis perfected, was just all of the technique. And so I think as a singer, I've gotten just way better. And I still think I'm good as a writer. But maybe now I'm writing with more people and working with, still working with talented people, but just have maybe more people there that I'm working with. So I think the music's gotten a lot better.
Last question. I'm liking this one. What can we expect from Michael Thomas White in the future?
Gosh, it's, every day is new on this journey. I do have I'm working on a new song now. I was recording vocals last night. It's almost done. It'll probably be out in the next 5 or 6 weeks. Don't have a title yet, but it's a very fun, different route for me, where it's not your typical love song. It's more of a statement about materialism. And also, I might go on a TV show. I guess there was a meeting this week at one of the 4 major networks to see if I would have my own dating show. That could happen. Anything could happen. I'm just kind of pushing everything that I can. I try to focus on my inputs and as much as I can do to get my music out there and to get opportunities to continue to model and to continue to act is where my focus is at.
I'm proud of you. Thank you for today. Thank you for being a good blessing. This turned out perfectly. I'm truly, once again, we were supposed to be on at 10. We came on at 1. It still worked out in a very good way. We are going to re-air this show tomorrow. I want to re-air this live interview with model, music artist Michael Thomas White. Let's do 11 o'clock Pacific. I like that time. 11 a.m. Pacific tomorrow, which would be 2 o'clock Eastern. Perfect time, especially for my UK listeners, because they are 8 hours ahead of me. So let's do 11, and then we're going to be closing out listening to Michael Thomas White's new hit song, Red Light, available now. Download it, watch the video. Very Grease Lightning, John Travolta, love it. And then thank you. I was going to go there, but I appreciate my listeners. Sean said, what about his answer? So, yes, your answer from back then. So the question is what can we expect from Michael Thomas White in the future? Your answer over a year ago was, I would like to be on tour this October or November. I've been reaching out to cities and venues in Chicago, Minneapolis, Seattle, Los Angeles, Atlanta, New York, and Philadelphia. So that would be like a first tour for me, and it would look like that. I would probably do it with my friend and roommate, Elijah Wallace, who also had a lot of success on TikTok, slightly different audiences. But together we have some songs out, and I think it would be a really great show. And then you close by saying, for new music, the Dancing in a Kitchen remix is coming, and I just recorded another song here in Brooklyn with the band called Middle Part. So that song could be coming out soon.
Yeah.
Very different answer from back. So from
I was really ambitious.
What did you out of all these accolades, out of the touring, these cities, Minneapolis, Chicago, did you accomplish all of this?
I went to Chicago for a show.
Okay.
So 1 for 7 there.
Okay. You can still do it.
I can still do it. I would love to be on tour. People ask when it makes sense. I will absolutely be touring. And those 2 songs did come out. So I came through there.
And you're still friends with Elijah.
Absolutely.
See that? Look at that. Isn't this? Thank you, Michael. This has been a great show. I'm feeling this, and honestly, thank you once again for giving me permission to have space to get into that place, to be available for you and for this awesome interview. And once again, Christoph, Kathy, Alyssa, Sean, everyone out that's been here with us today, live on air with Steven Cuoco on Power 98.5. I greatly appreciate you all. Any closing thoughts at all, Michael?
Just thank you so much for the opportunity to have my first live radio interview. This is a bucket list item for me and something I'll never forget. So truly, eternally grateful. Thank you, Steven.
Always. And remember, don't wait for me to call when you've got something special, great, or you just want to, come on and we'll, catch up. Don't hesitate to give me a call. It's not an imposition for me like, hey, you know what? Here's what's going on. Do you want to talk about it? Whatever. And even if you ever have anything personal or PR related, give me a call. I have no problem sharing with you. I mean, we don't have to be live for anything that needs to remain private, but anything we want to have fun and open and lively. I'm going to say I do want to do another one because I am grateful for this, but I want to do another one absolutely soon because I am that type of person to where there are no mistakes. I'm loving the energy of this, but I also want to make sure that I'm a very timely person, and I want to be able to interview you when I say we're supposed to have that set time interviewing and not 2 hours or 3 hours later, 10, 11, 11, 12, 12. That was 3 hours later. But hey, everybody stay close.
I'll take you up on it.
Yeah,
when my next song comes out in 4, 5, 6 weeks, we'll do it again.
Okay. Yeah, definitely. Shout out. Who would you like to give a shout out to?
Oh, my gosh. Shout out to my mom. I hope you're listening. And shout out to my siblings, my dad, my friends. Shout out to the girl that Red Light's about. Thank you for inspiring that. And sorry it didn't work out, but you never know what the future holds. So I'm so grateful for those memories and that song. I'm so proud of it, and I love it. So I hope everyone else loves that song too.
Everyone is going to have a purpose, including you, Michael. No matter the duration of it, everything's a stepping stone. And however many stones you're going to be in someone else's life or they're going to be in your life, the only thing that matters is just make sure that there is peace and there are no regrets. That's it.
Absolutely.
Thank you again. And once again, Michael _ Thomas_White, Instagram, and your TikTok. Is that the same? I don't have your TikTok up.
Yeah, there.
Oh, it is? Okay, cool. Once again, Red Lights is available now. YouTube just came out September 29th, or Red Light, September 29th. Perfect video, great song, something I can picture listening in an American Pie film, or, you know, it really is. It's a song I can hear in a film. I see it in my head. American Pie is the first one that comes to my mind.
Yeah, I can see that too.
Yeah. Thanks again, Michael.
Thank you, Steven.
Thank you to everyone who's joined us today with music artist, model, Michael Thomas White, Red Light. Get it now. Apple Music, anywhere, everywhere. And real quick, Michael, where's the main place? Is it Spotify? Is it Apple? Where are people downloading this? Where are they getting it?
Spotify is great. Yeah. Michael
Okay.
Thomas White.
All right. There you guys go. Spotify. And I was not paid to do this. I did it because I respect it and I appreciate it, and it's really awesome. Head on over. Let's pause that. Thank you. WallaceWhiteCo.com. WallaceWhiteCo.com. Check out those watches. Or go to Amazon. You're on Amazon. Wallace White Watch. That's what I put into the search. 9 colors to choose from. Both unisex, men, women, 5-star. Ignore the other comment from that ignorant person who should have contacted a company and asked questions if she was having a problem. But it's neither here or there. More 5 stars are coming. This episode will re-air October 5th, 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern. Power 98.5 satellite radio. Download the iOS or Android app. Tune in on Alexa. Power 98.5 is also available on Apple Music and Odyssey. It's free. Can't go wrong. Thank you again for everyone who's joined us today. The love, the support, the shout out, all great things. Michael Thomas White. Michael_Thomas_White. Have a great day, everyone. And once again, we're closing out with Red Light by Michael Thomas White.
So long to me, kissing out a red light, looking for a stop sign, anything to slow down time. I go anywhere with you, kissing out a red light, looking for a stop sign, anything to slow down time. I'd go anywhere with you, kissing out a red light, looking for a stop sign, anything to slow down time. I'd go anywhere with you.
Friend us on your socials and let's connect.